You know, what it is that I do on this channel, teach people how to tailor clothes on a sewing machine, really kind of makes me laugh sometimes. It makes me laugh because a lot of people, my friends, my family, my neighbors, people I meet randomly, are always kind of sort of confused. They're always like, okay, so wait, you teach people how to tailor clothes online? And I'm like, yeah, why is that a big deal? Because little do many people know, tailoring and sewing is the exact same thing as woodworking and carpentry. And if this was a carpentry channel, nobody would bat an eye if I told them what it was that I do, but because we're using fabric instead of wood, it's odd to people. Let's dive into that a little bit. Woodworking and carpentry, what are you doing? Well, you're cutting 2 or more pieces of wood at a certain angle and then you're combining them in a particular way. And to do that, you use various methods like screws and nails and wood glue. And what are you doing when you tailor? Well, you're taking 2 or more pieces of fabric and cutting them at a particular angle and then combining them using various methods like thread or even ribbons or shoestrings or stitch glue. They sound oddly similar. When I started learning how to tailor my own clothes, I became much more of a DIY type of person. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you a much more visually appealing background to look at. So I decided to go to Home Depot and make this nice wood background back here. I mean, it's a whole lot better than looking at like a doorway or a white wall. I mean, come on, right? And for some reason, I also thought it'd be a good idea to measure my clothes on the floor or on a laundry counter or sew on a stool and just... story of my life. I started talking to the guy in the wood department and I told him what kind of wood I was looking for, what sizes I wanted it all to be cut down to. And he was cool about it. He ended up cutting all the wood down to size for me for free. And he started making some small talk with me about what it was that I wanted to do with the wood, what my plans were, all that kind of stuff. So I told him, hey, yo, I actually have a YouTube channel. I show people how to use a sewing machine and tailor their clothes. And he was so weird about it. He was so put off by that. Like, you could just see it in his face. You could tell dude could not get over the fact that yes, guys can use sewing machines too. Guys who use sewing machines are doing the exact same thing that he was doing, just using a different machine to get to the same end. I was like everybody else in that wood department at that time, taking something that looked like nothing and having an idea of what you wanted that thing to look like in the end, and then following a particular set of steps in a particular order to get to that end. The best part about it is he ended up butchering my cuts. None of them were even at all, so I ended up putting a table together for my future tutorials, and I had to kind of work around the length of the legs a little bit, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna hate on me for using a sewing machine, even though we're doing the same thing, like trying to get to the same means, but like, you messed up what it is that you were trying to do, and I know how to not mess up. And I get it, measuring is probably the hardest part in carpentry and woodworking, just like it is when you're sewing and tailoring. The smallest measurement mistakes can make the biggest difference in your end product. I know, I get it, I've been there. If you are tailoring a dress shirt and you just ever so slightly change the angle on that side seam in just the slightest way, it can completely change the fit of that shirt on you. Or if you're shortening a pair of jeans, you might have accidentally and inadvertently taken off like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or a 1/2 an inch, just a little bit too much, and it's just enough for you to then try those jeans on, and you'll notice it. They come up just higher than you would want them to, and then you never wear those jeans ever again. Sewing and tailoring are hard. Carpentry is hard. It's a skill that you have to develop over weeks and months and even years at a time. But I don't bash carpentry channels. I don't say that the things that they're doing are stupid. I don't look down on them. I don't look at the things that they're doing and say, oh, that's super easy. I think that's dumb that you teach people how to do that. No, none of that. I have a very, very strong and high appreciation for the fact that you can take something out of wood, you can make it out of wood, and you can put something in your home that you will not find in anyone else's home ever. Same with tailoring and sewing. You could take a dress shirt that everybody gets from Target or Kohl's or whatever, wherever it is that you shop, and you can make that dress shirt look a certain way on you, knowing that it does not look that way on anybody else. Just kind of wanted to get that off my chest real quick. The real reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to tell you that I'm going to actually make a tutorial on how to shorten your dress shirt sleeves, and actually how to take a long sleeve dress shirt and turn it into a short sleeve dress shirt. Why? Because why not? This is a DIY channel. It's easy, and now we can do it on the table instead of the floor. SD out. See ya.